The following video was pre-recorded on twitch.tv/codedman9000. More information on the stream times at the end of the video. Previously on Stone to Space.
For the start of Chapter 3, we went to Kerbal Space Program to learn how to make rockets so that we could explore the stars for a new home. We began playing on career mode while not knowing anything about what we were doing. After doing some research off-stream, we then moved to the science mode with newfound knowledge. We went to both moons, created communication networks, planes, science missions, a space station, and then ended the game by traveling all the way to Duna in the Antari ship.
After arriving at Duna, our ship the Antares fell apart, causing us to land on Duna and mine its resources so that we could fix the Antari ship. We unlocked various buildings, and also different types of science. After fixing everything but scanners on the ship, we then left the planet behind us as we continued to travel in space. Partially during our space flight, we landed on an asteroid. Over the course of a few hundred cycles, we had mined out the asteroid, converting its resources into various things that we needed in order to keep 24 dupes alive. We made a lot of automated machines to take, cool, or convert items into other items. We then turned on a machine that would allow us to take a dive into the dreams of one of our dupes. Hello and welcome to a Twitch Plays Along series called Stone to Space. Today we're in Chapter 3, Space Travel. Today we are playing Vintage Story. So, for terms of this going onto YouTube, this is now part 2 of a 12-hour long stream. In the last part of the stream, we ran around doing a bunch of extra things, and I am forgetting to hold tongs in my hand. Once I finish doing this, I will talk about what we're doing. Do I have another hammer? I don't have another hammer. We're gonna have to turn this into a hammer and start another bloom. But right now, I've been doing one bloom at a time just because I'm trying to get a help hammer setup going. I'm trying to wait as long as I can to do the all the iron blooms. We are playing modded, so I do have a mod that's going to auto complete the hammering for us. That's rotating. Okay, so for the most of the beginning of the stream, we went around to the savannah biome, and we got a bunch of path blocks from a ruin that were over there. We then killed 5... what am I forgetting what they're called? Hyenas. That only gave us 1 piece of fat between all 5 of them. We then went around grabbing some soybean seeds. We found an olive tree again, and then changed its icon to being a different color so that it would stand out a little bit better. I think I have it permanently stuck on our mini-map, but I'm not too sure. I should probably check and make sure that we do that. Then we came back. We ran around for a little bit. Then we went back out and went hunting bighorns. I heard a groan, so I shut that. We should be able to eat this pie, or eat this piece of pie. I should probably put the ingot back on and hammer it into the hammer before it cools, rather than waiting for it to cool and then heating it up again. I tried putting the bloom there. Okay, this was for an iron cleaver for our butchering mod. That's why there's 5 animals in her backpack. But hopefully I don't have to put in another ingot or another iron bloom. We are also just coming out of winter, so the snow that's around our area is starting to melt ever so slowly. Thankfully, I remembered to change the audio for the game. Otherwise, it would have been still stuck on earbuds. Anyway, we didn't hear anything. Okay, let's hammer this into the cleaver. And then we're gonna go walk around and I'll show everyone who's new our little town here, as you guys can see in the minimap. Things aren't gonna look as good as it usually does during the winter or during the summer. Okay, there's our cleaver. Let's put this hammer here. We'll put the other hammer on this side. I'm gonna go quench it first. We are not playing on the newest version, because most of our mods when we first started were not updated. Let's take care of the wildlife first. There's something in the house? Or is that a tree on the other side? That's a tree. That was pretty funny. It kept on the path. There we go. Chop these up. Then we'll give everyone a tour. As soon as we put the two tools into the little lake over here. You know, I should probably sleep first so you guys can see everything during the day. That'll make things easier. Don't mind the little pool water, or water pool word. Alright, are we gonna make it all the way into daytime? We should get kicked out right about now. Oh, we almost slept a quarter of the day away. Okay, so this is our town. This is a better ruin town. They only had 3 not destroyed buildings. So it was this building, which we're turning into our blacksmith. This building right here is going to be our farmhouse, which right now has 2 bighorns in cages. That's another mod. And it also has a chest that's right behind this wall that has all of our seeds. That's eventually going to be built up to being a farmhouse. It's not going to have the corn setup. The corn setup's in a different building. This is our main home, which is identical to that building and identical to this building. And it wasn't destroyed when we first moved here. Everything else, these 3 buildings, including our windmill tower, those 3 buildings were all destroyed, and I don't know if it's the way that they usually do it, but I fixed the buildings. This building is in the ground 1 block, so at some point today, we're going to be raising this up. And that's another raid. Welcome in, Arblane. I'm going to pause for a second, because we're going to go over everything I just said. So, for those that don't know me, my name is CodeMan9000. On this stream, or on this channel, we play on Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday a Twitch plays-along series called Stun the Space, where I play a selection of all my video games in order to show mankind's progression through technology. We did a chapter on medieval city builder games like Manor Lords and Son of Survival. We did a chapter on modern city builder games like City Skylines 2. And right now we're in chapter 3, which is all about space travel, where our main game is actually not included, but right now we are playing Vintage Story as though it is a dream from one of our duplicates from Oxygen Not Included. And today marks episode 100 of specifically chapter 3. So we're doing a 12-hour stream to celebrate that. It is not our 100th episode of Stone in Space since we started. We are actually close to 179, if I'm remembering the number. Every time I say the number, I feel like I'm saying it wrong. So it's probably not 179, but somewhere close to that. When we get to episode 200, which will be sometime this month, I think. So this month or next month in April. We'll be doing another 12-hour stream to celebrate us doing 200 streams of this whole thing. Arblane and Raiders, feel free to lurk. Feel free to stay in and say hi. What were you guys playing? I should have asked all the other people what they were playing. I'm going to assume that Regus... Well, I know what Regus was playing. Regus was doing Hitman. I'm going to assume that Percuss was playing Vintage Story. Now we have Arblane. Arblane, what were you playing? While you answer, if you're still here, we were going over our town, where this was a large ruin from the Better Ruins mod, and I was saying how this is going to be our blacksmith, which we're working on. This is our farmhouse. This is our main house. And these 3 buildings here, including the tower, that's one big building here, they were all ruined buildings, and we had fixed them up in an earlier stream. This building right here is recessed 1 block, so I have to move that up eventually. I either plan on doing that after streaming or during the stream. You're playing modded Minecraft. Seopolis Submerged 2. Welcome in, Sunagara. Basically Skyblock, but underwater. That honestly sounds fun. Okay, what we were doing is we need to turn this into a hammer. So for those that don't know Vigid Story started out as a Minecraft mod. If I remember correctly, it was Terraformacraft. And they were programming so many different things to it that they decided to make it its own video game. I could be wrong on the name of the mod, but as far as I know, the other information is correct. So in here is our food processing building, as well as our building for making leather. All of these barrels is for making a large amount of leather. These are already making leather from prepared hides. These 3 barrels are making hides that are soaked in weak tannin that have to be then put into these 4 barrels. If I did the math on how much weak tannin we have, or strong tannin. I think this 8-liter one might be left over, or I counted correctly. Because these should all be empty, including this 4th one at the ladder. No, the ladder has 50 liters of weak tannin. And then we have this bucket. Okay, anyway, this cleaver has to come up here because we need to cleaver the animals that we have, including the animals that we have to put or take off the hooks. We couldn't finish doing this earlier because our previous cleaver, that was a bronze cleaver, had broke. Okay, that should be enough to pick up all these if I had an empty hand. Alright, so we're gonna finish this. We're gonna put the hides away, and then I think what we're gonna do... I actually don't know what we're gonna do next. I think we were just on a hunt for getting leather so that we could get closer to finishing up our power supply. Have fun lurking, Arblaine. Meatloaf mash and a veggie with mushroom gravy. That sounds phenomenal. In about 3 hours, we'll be doing another break for food, and I'll be having dinner. Or we will be having Burger King. Alright, we have run out of room for regular bones, so I'm going to put all these things that are not normal bones up there. All of this we can get from different animals. And that's it. So everything else is meat related. We are trying to get a longbow. So we have a bow in here that's 35% dried. This is how much meat we have. We are almost out of room again. But we also need to use some of our meat because 3 days. Okay, that's gonna rot. We have sinew in our hand. And we also have the cleaver. I should have put the hides away while I was downstairs. Oh, we also have the tongs still in our hand. Put the lantern back in there. Okay, hides we're putting in this vessel for now. I should have did this. Don't know what happened between those logs. Oh, I had them separated, so it was terms of 5. Alright, let's put the tongs away. Why is the snow extra bright? Oh, it's the lantern. That was like blindingly bright. And this explains why we had an extra space there. So this hammer can go over here. And something I want to make sure of is the difference between a Fox Blade, Blackguard Short Sword, so it's minus 5.3. 4.5. Okay, so when we do eventually get into using these swords, we should be able to kill a wolf in 3 hits. If I'm correct. Not too sure. I'm also getting very blinded from the snow, so I'm going to look up there while we look over the map. Our map is starting to thaw out. It looks like our coldest spot is in this area here. Either that or it's because I haven't walked around enough. But what I want to do is go into our forest and see if it's easier to find any animals once the snow melts. I also want to know what our fruit tree here says. While it's not yet leafed. Okay, so it says dormant until it's warm enough. Did not know that ahead of time. But we are getting a lot of spots in the snow. Snow is melting. We should be starting to move faster when there's less snow. Yeah, we do have a cold spot right here. That's pretty cool. Anytime a game puts seasons into the game, it always amazes me. I don't play a lot of games that have actual seasons. Usually it's just the season is you're cold or you're hot. This actually has visuals for it. There's no pine on there. Sap. This is a weird generation of snow. Right, so what we're going to do while we're running through here is we're going to be cutting down some leaves so that if I do find an animal, we can see it run through the leaves instead of it getting lost. We have been having issues trying to find animals in this forest. Don't know why. I have no doubt that has nothing to do with us cutting the leaves back. But at the same time, it kind of feels like it is. So that is pink apple. Over here we have 2 different things. We have pear tree and another pink apple. So we could cut down that pink apple near the pear tree just so that it has more room to grow. These berries? They are blueberries, look at that. So I'm just going to run around this area for a little bit. We are a lot faster because there's no snow out here. Oh, and the hole in the tree. We should see if that has anything. Nothing right now. Yeah, I am not seeing any animals. And it looks like our resin has respawned. We don't really need more. We just came out and grabbed a bunch. So I'll wait until we need more resin before we come out and grab even more. So if anyone knows why I may not be finding a lot of animals in here after hunting quite a bit, I'd like any advice. I don't know if it has something to do with, like, if you hunt in an area that they don't respawn. I was told previously that if there's animals in the area, there is a animal cap. Like, it won't spawn in more new ones, but I thought if you hunt them, the amount of them goes down, so it spawns more. It doesn't seem to be doing that here. Hello, resin. That's not marked. I do also have a mod. Is it raining? It is raining! The first rainfall! We've been stuck in snow for so long. Oh, hello, Shiver. You're not the animal I want. No, you're not allowed to run away after you do that. And that Shiver came out of here. Oh, this is a cool cave. That's expansive. There's zinc. Some money on the floor. I can switch out of the sphere. There we go. Do caves usually do that? I don't think I've seen a cave do this, where it's this large and a flat wall. I feel like there would be something behind this. Okay. We're just gonna take a look. That's more stone. I've never seen a rock formation do that. I've seen, obviously, caves end with a flat wall. And I don't need granite, because we live in a granite area. That just seems like there would have been a ruin behind this or something. And I went in the middle, just in case I was, like, off by a block or two. I'm not gonna go looking for even more if there's no other evidence. Hey, imagine if I fell down here. That would have scared me. That leads outside. And then, is there anything over here? We don't have the new rapids. I think this is just more zinc, right? Yeah. We'll save that for later. And I'm gonna go out the way I came in, because that seems like a little bit of a dig to get out. This was just walk right in. Oh, the sound of rain. It's phenomenal in this game. Here's another cave. I heard a pig. It's obviously not down here in the cave, but we're near a pig. This lead to nothing. I just dug down here for nothing. Oh, in case anyone is here from across the stream, or still here, I mean, we found our first piece of meteoric iron earlier. That was a big accomplishment for me for a moment. There is a spot that we found previously that could have meteoric iron. I'd have to try and find where it is again. Now, I heard pigs, but I don't know where the noise came from. I have no idea which direction to go in. I don't hear them out here, so I think it's somewhere back here. not hearing them anymore. It's like it was a fever dream or something. Did I just see more resin on that tree? No, I did not. This feels like a completely different game without all the snow on the ground. Hmm. I don't know, chat. Let's go back into the forest. We'll go up this way. More west than north, but still north. We should end up going into a pine tree forest. Big cave? No. Resin. I just realized that the headphone volume was low. So you guys may have been able to hear the pigs earlier when I couldn't. And I think I just turned it up a little too loud. There we go. I turned it down earlier because words on stream is excruciatingly loud. That's a raccoon. I don't want to try and go for the small animals. We're looking for the big animals, like that wolf. Come here, puppy. I have a nice metal blade for you to eat. Whoa! Okay, I killed one. There you go. Not a single hit on me. Oh, there's a third one. Okay, well, since it's a little bit further... Oh, there might be four, unless that's a boulder. That might be a boulder. Oh, there's four! Yes! Are they both coming after me, or just one? Good, just one. I can handle one coming at me. Alright. Well, that was a quick and easy hunt. I think that's the best hunt that we've had. And there's another wolf. If we can get that fifth wolf, that would be the easiest we've gotten on a hunt for fat. And going off of my headphones, it sounded like it was over here. There it is. Okay, so the direction that I hear the wolves are not 100%, like, if I hear it in my radio, it's not directly that way. It's a tiny bit off. And there is a trader. We already know about that trader, though. Alright, this wolf we're going to try and take on with our spear. As long as it doesn't do a teleport. There we go. We took a little bit of damage. Well, that's fine. We have 5 good animals. Looks like it took 2 black wolves and 2 white wolves. Alright, let's head home. Is that resin? It looks like it's resin. It is resin. I do have a mod that puts resin on all 4 faces for those who are new. I don't need to look at that. Okay, so it seems like things are coming back. With it being spring, that's the most animals that I've seen in this area in a while. So I guess animals were just harder to get because it was winter. I'm going the right way. I know it's east. I was trying to get out of the tree line. It's gonna get hard for me to see in a little bit. Luckily, it's only now 8 p.m. So we have less nighttime. We have daytime now, compared to during the winter when it was the opposite. I think we might go and try and find the other thing of meteoric iron that I had once found. Where was it? It was in a spot that we were... right here. I think that is meteoric iron in that spot. Do I run down there now while we're weighed down with the bag, or do I leave it? I think we'll leave it for later. It looks like it's snowing again because it's 2 degrees out. It is uncomfortably quiet after all the music stopped. You know, there was an idea that I had. Also, there's flax here. We're not trying to pick up everything that we find. We've gotten pretty good on all of our seeds. But if I find flax, I'm going to pick it up. What I was trying to say is I was thinking about going over to here. Okay, so let's get back into it. That way we're not sitting in silence for too long. I should probably make sure that this is getting picked up via the VOD. Which it is. Because when I go to edit the video later, I don't want it to be just silent for the entire stream. Right, oh yeah, and the crown. Because the automated message went off. Crown comes off. And how far away are we from home? Oh, we're looking at it, I just didn't see the lights. I should make something on the top of this large hill that functionally is a lighthouse, but is not like an ocean lighthouse. Maybe a beacon would be a better term for it. I do find it funny that for a majority of the land, it's thawed out, but then you get into the area that you live in, and it's mostly not thawed out. Also, is that... No, those are flowers. I thought that was a ruin that I just never noticed was near our house. I do want to finish building up our house here. We just want to cross the lake. I didn't realize that until just now. We did the bottom section with plaster. Or rebuilt it with plaster, and I feel like we should finish it off. The snow is now melted enough that technically these two things of snow are the same amount. It's just that the path block is recessed that amount. So we're on like the last layer of snow here, which does not impede the speed anymore. That's always good. Oh, we need more pies, don't we? Alright. Let's cut these up. Go grab another pie. Eat maybe 2 slices of it. Oh, wait. We should do prediction. Okay, so the prediction is going to be how much fat are we going to get from these 5 animals. So one is going to be 2 fat per animal, which I don't think is what's going to happen, but it's likely. 1 fat per animal. Which is more likely than not. We have 5, so anywhere between... let's do it like this. I'm gonna reword this all. Okay, 4 options. Is there going to be less than 5? So that's if any one of those animals do not give me fat. Is it going to be 5, which means that each animal gives me 1 piece of fat? Is it going to be between 5 and 10, which means that some of them give me 2, but not all of them give me 2? Is it going to be 10, meaning that every one of those animals gives me 2? Or is it going to be more than 10, which means that at least one of them has to give me 3 pieces? We are going to change this to being a 2-minute prediction. So you guys have 2 minutes to vote on how much fat we're going to get. There is 2 minutes starting now. It's not going to take me too long to finish cutting these up. I'm going to try to stay up here so that I don't pick up anything, and hopefully I don't see fat drop. And this way, if anything falls, I don't pick it up. Okay, now we're gonna look this way and wait for the rest of that to go off. Yeah, I don't think I can get out of the room anymore. If I go down from that barrel, I'm gonna at least pick up a hide. I could break through the wall I'm gonna do it just for us to not mess with this. I think I can place these back in. There we go. Alright, we made it out without accidentally seeing the actual choice. Let's eat our burnt meat pie. From what I know, this gives us more saturation. Oh, we can eat 2 pieces, look at that. Okay, there's about 30 seconds left. Let me finish this can. Alright, I'm gonna start going up. I am gonna go like this, so that we don't see anything. And prediction is up. It didn't automatically tell me, so I think I need to put an event for that. Just like, well, when we have a poll that ends, I can now know when the prediction has ended. So, in the prediction, it looks like we have 500 points in anything less than 5 pieces of fat. There's 0 points in all the other options. So, I'm gonna press E, and we're gonna see how much fat we have. And it is 9. So the correct answer was the third choice, between 5 and 10. That means one of the animals, minimum, gave us only 1 piece of meat. Now there could have been an animal that gave us 3 pieces, but at least not every animal gave us 2 pieces of fat. And honestly, this might be enough for us to make all of our fat, or all of our stuff. We might have just picked up the last amount of fat that we need for what we were trying to get done at the beginning of the stream. Well, that's another thing I can do. I can throw this seed out here. I just picked up the stones that I didn't want. Let's try and do a couple things out here to make this area look better. Only thing that goes down here is the hide. How are these doing? Oh, they're almost done. Okay, since that is at 0.8 and it's only a few seconds behind these, we still have 0.1 of a day. I don't know what that equates to in hours or minutes. I'm gonna guess it's 2.5 hours is a tenth of a day. And I have some stuff that can go into this farmhouse. We see the path now. What is going on over here? Why is it just a big chunk of snow is gone? This game does weird generations sometimes, and I find it funny every time I see it. Like, it's just this chunk of ground has no snow. And then it fades out over here, but over here it's just a clean cut. Anyway, let's put all that in there. Everything else goes into the other one. Now, I have all 3 butchering bags on me. That is because I thought our pigs would give birth a little bit quicker than they have. I'm going to put these back in here now. It doesn't seem like we're going to be using them anytime soon. We officially do have enough fat to do what we were going to try and do. I should have everything written down still. We did a catalog of what we're going to need. So, I need a total of 18 fat. We have 20. We have an extra 2 pieces. And the resin, we have more than enough. We might need to make more oak planks. That's not difficult. Let's just switch to that. Oh, I forgot to put the grain away in the food processing area. So this isn't supposed to be in here. Also, the sticks were supposed to stay in my pocket, but that's okay. We'll put these out here. Anytime I have a full stack, I put them outside. We we should be left with one piece left. Yeah. A whole one stick. Alright, I need all three of these. You are going to go over here. Okay, then it should be a matter of just typing it in. I need 9 axles. You can only make them 2 at a time. So we're going to have to make 10. 1 will be an extra. We're going to need to grab more pine. Or spruce. Birch. Not pine. Or spruce. Okay, next thing is not birchwood. I don't mean to search that. We need angled gears. And I wrote down 13. It's 13 gears. We need 1 large gear. Which is 4 of these sections. We're gonna need more sticks. So that's stack of sticks I put away, we actually needed those. Hopefully that's enough sticks. Large gear. One, two, three, 4. Why is that only making... Oh! Hold on a second. Thank you for the follow. I, for some reason, can't see your name. Well, Gibberine, welcome in. Not sure if you came from one of the raids, but either way, welcome in. I'm going to guess that either the hammer or the saw can't create these, or it's both. So let's make a saw. Well, at least if it's not the saw combined with the hammer, we'll at least be able to make one more thing. The hammer for sure is too broken for us to do anything with. Let's just add them there. We're gonna have to make another iron bloom so that we can make a new saw. I would make it out of meteoric iron, but I think we're better off waiting until we get steel. We can just skip over meteoric iron. Alright, we're gonna need hammer. Because I'm pretty sure if the iron bloom that we're currently heating up is not the reason for this hammer to break, it's going to break when we do the... Actually, we can't even do the next section of gear because the hammer's not allowing us. So anyway, this should be the exact amount of gears we need to take the power from our main distribution to this new gear and also spread it apart 5 different ways. And then also be able to angle it vertically, or horizontally. Yeah, vertically. After that, I'm not sure. I'm gonna periodically check in on this. Look, it's doing the weird chunks here too. Like, this is normal. This is it fading out, and then it's just boom. It's just gone. I'm guessing this is our sphere of influence here. Don't know. How's this doing? It's out of 900. Oh, I forgot to pick up... Oh, stop. Forgot to pick up this. View. Okay, there's only 10 more hits. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Hopefully this is still set on autocomplete. It looks like it is. This is going to be turned into a saw, We're gonna try to immediately add a stick to it to see if we can turn it into a tool before quenching it. But the last time we tried doing that with the bronze plates or the iron plates, trying to make our armor, it did not like being crafted when the metal was still hot. So I have no idea if it's going to work this time or not. Could have been just a bug before that we no longer have now, but who knows. Saw blade. There we go. Let's see if we can combine this with a stick. Okay, that time it worked. Nice. Alright, back to this one. We just need 2 more sections. Okay, so both the saw and the hammer were not good enough. Let's try. Okay, so the saw definitely is too weak. So what I'm going to try and do with the rest of the saw is make oak planks. That's going to slap my face, isn't it? Yep. I want to know how much durability it takes just doing 1 log. So we have 14. Oh, it's 1 per. So if I'm reading this right, we should have 1 log left over. Except for when it switches to the new saw. Okay. That's fine. Wasn't thinking that, but that's fine. Dang it, I was trying to keep that open. I don't know how to keep it open sometimes. I know it's part of the mod. We're running out of room over here too. We have a mod that automatically closes doors. Alright, next we look at this. Then we look at this, and we click yes. So that takes 1 of our axles. Then we're all done. So you there, you there. Offhand here, stall here. And now we have a bunch of stuff to go build with. Why is everything so yellow? Is it sunset? Look at us, we're getting our stuff. I'm so excited to not have snow. Alright, so if we go in here, we go downstairs, we're going to be able to connect all of this in. I have the power turned on for this area, just so that we can start seeing things moving immediately after connecting it together. That's the first gear. We're going to put 1 axle right here, 1 right there, 1 right here. They all get a gear. Then big gear, little gear, 1, 2, 3. Then we need more gears. So it should be just 1, 2, 3. And that apparently is... Oh, it's not too much, it was just low speed. So this is going to be doing a 4 power output. It's going to be 4 health hammers and 1 pulverizer. So for right now, we're going to add a gear on the end of each of these axles to make this go vertically upwards eventually. I guess we can just start by putting 1 there. Now, the issue I have here is, if I am correct in remembering, our health hammer is a 4 block wide device. Or length-wise. Welcome in! Good morrow and fail tidings. You did come from Percuss's raid, nice. It's gibberine, not gibberine. That's good to know. Okay. It is time for us to figure out how wide this building is. From right here, it's a 7-block wide building. The staircase, or the ladder being the second block. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so the axles itself would be at the walls. Do I want to do something? I think I want to keep the middle of this building exactly where the middle is and just expand the walls 1 block forward and 1 block forward that way. How much effort would that be? I mean, we are trying to bring up that other building up 1 block. On the other hand, no. Do I want to make the blacksmith a room or keep it outside? Does the health hammer prevent it from not being considered a room? We have an extra axle down here. Let's grab the health hammer toggle. We only need this piece to do my test. Let's go grab that extra axle that I put vertically. And you know what I should do for the clutch and transmission setup for these 2 power suppliers is put them near the buildings that are using them, using this power. No, that makes this whole thing be powered at one time. Never mind. We're gonna put this back. I was gonna do something that made sense to me before I realized why we did it this way. If I go up here correctly and we grab this, we're gonna put the axle right there. Right now, this is not considered a room. If I do that, we're still not a room. Is there a way to make a windmill into a room? For those that know Vintage Story, you guys might be able to help me out. We go all the way up here. Right now, this axle is our main power supplier going all the way into the basement, which then supplies everything else. And up here, we have a 4 windmill setup that does not have all the sails on it because we got into winter before I could grow the amount of flax we would need. But I don't think there's a way for us to wall this off because I'm pretty sure the windmill rotor does not count as a full block, and therefore even if I were to put a wall right here and have the axle covered, I don't think this blocks the end of it. So it would be essentially like there's a hole in the wall, even with that rotor there. Now this isn't really an issue for us because we don't take damage during the winter from being too cold. We just get the shivers. And that was because of the setting that we put our world on. I think we're just gonna have to deal with us not having the blacksmith as a building. Because we purposely did stuff over in here to make this be in a room. That's what this wood is here just to block off the 2 power additions to this, including this little tumor-like thing. So we have our power being supplied through a gear at the bottom of our building in the basement, and then it comes outside and goes back in the wall. It's hot while using the forge? Really? Welcome in, the cyborg. And Puppy remade in the fires of Mount Bork. Leofar, I never noticed that the forge produces heat like the campfire. I'm not denying it. That actually blows my mind that it actually does work that way. Well, then I'm not gonna worry about this being in a room. I mean, that would make sense. If you can't make a forge into a room, then... Not a forge. If we can't make a blacksmith a room, then it would make sense that one of the items used in the blacksmith would produce a heat, or amount of heat. So let me look at this again. So the walls here, the little jut out, is the entire width of the building above us. We need to go at least one more block, because where the axles are is where the power goes into the health hammers. The gears are the extra toggle part at the back. You think anything that fuel up produces fire will heat? That also makes sense. Something I am debating on doing is also adding a transmission and clutch for each one of these axles here. Or if I do it upstairs, right next to the health hammer and the pulverizer. I might do it right next to the buildings instead of doing it down here. Okay, we are just going to take this up, or take this wide. We're going to widen this by 2 blocks. 1 block in both direction width-wise. But another thing I want to do is I want to redo this whole building. Is this building completely lined correctly with beams? It looks like it is. That's a portal. It is not there, but I think it is on this end. Yes, it is. Okay. First thing I'm going to do is go do something that I thought about doing in a previous stream. I don't remember if it was the first portion of this one or not. But we are going to go to the ruin that's in our little forest over here. I think it's funny that snow's just floating there. I wonder if we get out of this snowy area if it's going to start raining. I mean, there's no clouds. Okay, that's the ruin right there. What we're going to do is we're going to come out here. I don't know if I want to mine out this ruin. It does have a lot... Oh wait, that's ashlar block, not ashlar blocks. It is ashlar blocks. But it's not the same kind as what we're currently using. I think I do want to mine this. Okay, first thing I'm going to do is try to get all of the steel beams. Or not steel beams. Wooden beams. Hopefully they all are collectible. Don't think there's any up there. This should give me a bunch. Kinda looks like I'm only getting 1 piece per time I chop these down. I'm at 32. Or 22. Okay, it is giving me more than one. And this is just so that I don't have to make them out of the aged wood that we have. Somehow it moved over to here, but I didn't see it there the first time. What is that? I don't remember that being there. Prisoner binds. That's apparently an item I can pick up. I thought the moon being a sliver was something falling from the sky. It looked like a trail, like an asteroid trail. Or meteor trail. Okay, this is all metal. Where's the iron support beam? I only want the wooden ones. I have no need for the metal ones. Those I think I'm going to collect from up there if I can't get. That one I definitely am. Oh, I saw it. Okay, so this one has to come from over here. I think I got everything, unless there's a piece that's just stuck up there. Okay, that's not down there, it's up here. I think that's all of the wooden beams that I couldn't get. You have stuff in it. What? Wood rubble. Bunch of prisoner binds. And a thing that I can't read. Let me up. Where is the stuff I couldn't get? Right here. Give me the little box. Come on. Stupid tree. There is a box for this. No, I fell all the way. I feel like that one can't be taken. Man. I'm gonna try a little bit more. Because I know sometimes it doesn't give you the box and you have to break the block that it's connected on. There it is. Oddly offset from the block I was trying to take. So what we're doing up here... I was looking at stairs apparently. I want the cobblestone that's here. I also want these ashlar block slabs. Not just the slabs, but the ashlar blocks. These I thought were going to be called bricks. But they're not. They're called blocks. I don't care too much for the stairs. But this is free cobblestone that I don't have to make. I might as well just take everything from the top down. It would make moving around up here a little bit easier, kinda. Because we wouldn't have much to climb up onto. I don't know if that made sense. But we'll take apart all of this as well. I wanted the cobblestone for expanding the blacksmith. We don't really need it for raising up the one other building. I'm gonna go run around. Make sure that I picked up everything that I want. And then we're gonna, whoop, fall down. Might as well pick up everything on the inside now. While we're here, might as well grab all the useless stuff. We can break this. Break this. Didn't mean to put on those. Man. Okay, I have a full inventory then. That's good. That means I can start breaking things and I won't pick it up. Oh, this is chiseled? That's pretty neat. I wasn't expecting that to be chiseled stuff. That explains why it was considered a full block with items on top of it. I'm leaving the doors because I can use the door as something to stand on. While I'm here, I don't want any of that stuff. Or the stuff in my toolbar. Do I continue that way or do I dig everything from this side first? Do I have that marked? Yes, I do. Alright, since I couldn't climb up on this at the beginning, let's dig this part out first. Just when that pine had resin on it for a second. I got resin on the brain. I probably should make a pit for all the stuff that we don't want. That way everything can despawn in one spot rather than all over the place. And I won't accidentally pick up something I don't want later on. I also don't think we need a lot from this ruin. We could probably just cut down a little bit, maybe one more layer, and then that's it. Depending on how much cobblestone it gives us. Alright, run around again. Make sure I got everything from up top. It looks like I did. And to make it easier on me, I am going to make a hole. Oh, there's the hole. Alright, this is where we're going to put all the stuff that we don't want. Start with that. We're holding Jimmy in our hands. Why can't I pick that up? Oh, it's not plugged up yet. That down. Did any... Some building blocks came out here. Just in case there's more that I actually want. That is... Where's the midpoint? Midpoint's right here. I think. Let's make this a little bit easier to get into. That moon still looks like an asteroid coming down to hit me. And it does worry me a little bit. I have a hole in the tree. Oh, it is the same tree. Okay. I feel like we learned that before and I just forgot until just now. But anyway, with these fences gone, should be able to... see a little better. Cool. Is each one of these its own block? What? That's crazy. Someone went through and put blocks for this. Like someone had to make this ruin like that. Why is this not destroying? That was odd. So the rest should be against here. They are occasionally changing where they're coming from. So these are over here. You're down here. And then these two are out here? No, they're both in here. That one's not working, so this one has to go first. Wherever it's connected from. Then that one updated. There we go. And I'm guessing this has a block somewhere. No, this kind of looks like it was chiseled. You up there. Where are you? You're right there. Don't know if I picked that up or not. But anyway, I am gonna go out this side. Make sure that I pick up everything. I think the lighting is changing, saying that it is nighttime. Or becoming nighttime. Okay, I should have picked up all the random stuff that I don't want. I don't really care for these metal doors. If they weren't rusted, maybe I would like them enough to keep it. But right now, no. It looks like I didn't pick up everything from inside here. Going off of that, I definitely did not. You can go in there, so I am going to keep that type of block. And I heard a boat's horn. I see a boat's horn. I feel the boat's horn. I think they're shooting at each other. No, they're not. Okay, time to kill a boat's horn. And where do you think you're going? Got nothing from that one. Hello, sir. You now have tasted my sword. Looks like we came in here and grabbed a bunch of path blocks from it. Alright, let's finish more of the renovation. What? How'd you even get up here? How in the world do you know how to path all the way over to me? It's doing it again! Come on, make it all the way up here. You won't do it. You brought your friends too. How nice. Okay, now we're in two different parts of a U. We've gotten to the point where the hallway is separated. Well, apparently that does not count as a block I could stand on, so these doors I can actually destroy now. I was keeping them hoping that they were a block I could stand on, but they're not, and I just jumped in that one. I feel like this music is not part of Vintage Story. Whoops. Didn't mean to fall down here, but while I'm here, might as well skin them. Hello, sir. Would you like to know what my blade feels like? I have nothing. Okay. There's the occasional block inside the rooms. Aside from that, it's empty. Let's check the outside. Because although 10 minutes might seem like it's going to last long, it's probably not long when we're mining stuff out. That's the end point. We are 3 blocks high. So I should be able to get rid of this now. Because from this point, we can just walk in that way. The monsters still shouldn't be able to reach us until they go to the front door, then they can climb up and get to us. Especially over here. I'm surprised I didn't get that one piece that was just laying on top of this wall. I hear you. I see you. Meet my spear. It's an ornate, and it's silver. Oh, hello, you came out of nowhere. I'm gonna guess that there's a portal nearby. I don't think this many monsters spawn this often. Without help. Alright, now we're at the point where whatever we mine out is going to allow monsters to reach us. So, I was going to start with the outside. Hello! There we go. And I'm gonna guess that after we cut off this flooring, that it's just gonna be all cobblestone underneath this. Because usually they have a foundation of like 3 block deep cobblestone. And then all the stuff that on top. It also looks like I am not picking up everything. And it's because I'm not. I have 6 doors on me for some stupid reason. As well as a stone. We are also almost out of a pick. And there's the bowthorn. Luckily not able to hit us. I am trying to stay moving enough that they won't be able to hit me, but they probably will eventually. Alright. That should be it. Aside from this floor, which should just be cobblestone underneath it. Looks like it is so far. That got really close to hitting me. So did that one. Oh, I see him. Stay in that hole. You too. Get in the hole or die. Here's the ruin. I went too far. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to mine up this whole thing with the pick that we have. It looks like it might break before we finish it. But I'm going to stop with this layer. And we'll just leave a cobblestone floor here. We might need to make a secondary chest for building blocks. Yep, there goes the pick. Okay. Did I miss anything on the ground? Doesn't look like it. If I did, it's not important for us. Let's head back home. You know what? While we are here, can I pick up the stuff from the tree? I'm gonna throw this over there, this over there. Temporal gear, that was worth picking up. That now looks like it's empty. I'll save that to see if it has anything else pop up in it. I am surprised that I can see the tunnel light from over here. It also looks like some of the lakes are thawing out. Our home is mostly thawed out now. There's only a little bit of snow left here. Oh, this is awesome. I bet if I were to just break all the snow, that it would not come back. Let's do it on the paths at least. The paths, there aren't that many that have snow still on it. Alright. And hopefully pretty soon we start to see the berry bushes are gonna bloom in 11 days. Some 10, some 12. That's awesome. Okay, now we're gonna come in here. We're gonna chuck as many things as we can into that storage. It looks like we need a few extra blocks. What I'm going to do is I'm going to grab that ashlar, another thing of cobblestone, throw these 3 things in there and hope the rest goes in with it. That's not... Oh, there's the dry stone. I wanted the dry stone. Sort all of that. Now I need to find out where I've been putting my beams. Ah, they're up here. We got a lot of beams from that one ruin. That's pretty good. I do have some nonsense stuff on me. I think I'll leave the rest. Yeah. That is in my pocket. Didn't know that was in my pocket. We should probably also make the next pick. Oh wait, no, we have a pick. We should have a spare somewhere. Right here. We do need to put this cobble away, though. Alright, what do I want to do first is probably... take down all the beams here. I don't know if we get back the amount that was put into this. That would be nice if we do. There's a Sea King in chat. Now, we saw a Sea King earlier. I don't remember if it was the female version or not, but apparently I have it. Well, that's way up there. Can I get anything else from that? I don't think so. Hi, Mama. What are you doing? She's staring at me. I don't know if she wants attention or not. I have started to notice how she asks for attention. Where did that beam just go? I don't know where the beam went. That was one of the beams that we placed in sliding. Get these two. That's apparently up here more. Oh. Get that one, get that one. Can't get anything else. So did that bring this to on this end? Nope, gotta get up there. Okay. This is now over here. Can I get that? Yes, I can. Nice. And there was one right there. I saw it. There you go. You're probably way down here. Oh, don't go in the water. Ooh. Alright, then the only one that's left should be that one right there, which I can't get to without mining through the wall out here. Let's go through the part that has cobblestone. And then for sake of remembering what goes where, I am in fact going to place it all back. And I think what I'm going to do is use dirt on the outside to get to the very roof. So what I'm going to do is mine out everything, place a temporary block, I'm going to place everything in one step at a time. So that goes down there, you go up there, and apparently the clay bricks keep the snow layer on them. That's pretty funny. You go there. Oh, I need to go up even more. That, and that. That's how the rest are going to be. Well, apparently I had the others. Oh. The snow is a decal. Okay. Wasn't expecting it to be a decal. Let's try and save dirt each time we come up here. Okay, so I'm gonna put the two things that have snow right there. Oh, that's not how that goes. And of course it would fall, making me have to go down there and get it. With that note, I could have just did it right here. Alright, so this goes right there. Not like that, though. Like that. And then, for ease of building, I'm just going to go like this. Now we have to take all these out. Probably gonna have a few that have decals on it again. You know what? I could just cut everything off instead of doing it one layer at a time. It would save a little bit of time. This is probably the safest portion to do. Alright, let's jump down in here. Pick up everything that we broke. And it looks like none of it was turned into that decal thing. So it looks like all the snow melted off of it either as we broke it or beforehand. Let's just dig all of this because we don't need that anymore. We actually could just go like this. Now that I can reach everything. This was a temporary block there to get the full roof up there. While I am here. Might as well break that. And apparently I lost the slab. We'll add the window back in. We'll do the same over here, but over here is going to be a little bit easier to get to. Alright, now... a little bit of that. I can't get to the rest. almost fell. Alright. Now we just have all of these stairs. Didn't know you could place it upside down. And of course I dropped one. Oh wait, until I finish building it, just in case I mess up on one of the other roof slabs. See? I'm trying to place two at once to make this a little bit quicker, but looks like doing it slowly is the safer portion, or safe. I can speak. Safer option. Well, I didn't mean to jump all the way off. Should go like this and take these down. Same here, and just because we're here. Might as well do those, because there's only two of those. Let's do the windows. Should only be one more. There, everything else should be at the right height. I just need to pick up something that fell outside. Wherever it went. Yes. We should be able to fill in all the holes also. Not that one. Then I need this to be up one more. Okay, get that out. You go there. Please go over here without me jumping off to my death. That's what I was trying to do the last time, but I was placing too quickly. Okay, that's that roof. Then we have this roof. Which, if I can grab one of these, should be very easy to fix. Because we're not going there, we're going here. And there is a window. Grab all the roof. Run out here. Grab everything from outside. 1, 2. we need some of these over here. Where did that go? I needed ashlar. Almost done. Okay. So this is all not like that. Hold on. Like this. And I fell. I should be able to do this from over here, though. No, I can't. And I can't get up there. I realize now that I could have just placed it in one of these roof slabs and been able to get up here. Okay, with that, that's that roof done. We just need to raise this up to there. Same thing with this window. Move it 1 block away from the grass. This window, which is going to make this place look very dark. It's the door, which is probably the easiest thing to do. Am I still placing it the same way? There, there. Find that out. Alright, and now we have the very slow process of chopping this whole entire floor out. Which I should probably do from this side. With a placeholder. This goes here now. Oh, I just realized that the playlist ended. Let's do shuffle. And I guess start from the beginning. It looks like the only thing I'd have to keep an eye on is the fact that this side goes to there. The rest should make sense. Unless it doesn't. I have to go at the top? I do have to go at the top, okay. Doing it this way should allow me to not place a piece where the stairs would be in the way. Or it would be in the way of the stairs, I mean. Okay, time for the torches in this portion. Which I am going to place here. We're gonna dig this out. We're also going to dig this. Which looks like a majority of it's just cobblestone, so I'm actually gonna place that back in. What we're gonna do is just go up another. Wherever there's cobblestone. Right there, this portion. Bring this up one. And mine out the stairs, which I'm guessing is also just gonna go up one with cobblestone. Like that. 1, 2. It was like that? There was just a cobblestone landing? Okay. Alright, fill this in with dirt, which we're probably gonna have to go get more of. Yeah, we definitely do have to go get more. I also need food. So we might want to grab some pie, because I have no pie on me. Let's first grab a stack of that. That looks like something I could pick up. We are now able to see all of the stone that's on the ground underneath the snow. Anything over here done? Ooh, these are all done. Why is this still here? What is going on here? Pick you up. You're empty, 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 not empty. Oh, that is empty. Okay. This is the strong tannin that we needed for the rest. So let's do the math again. This needs 4 liters per. So that's 48, 44. This has more than 48. If I just go 1, 2, throw that back in there. 1, 2, 3, 4, throw that back in there. In this goes those 12. Just to make sure. It is 4 liters. Seal that. And this one is 44, so that gets 11. Seal that. And this should be 2 per, so we only need 14 in there, or we could just take 2 out from this one. Isn't there a bucket with just 2 liters or something in it? Right here, yeah. So we have a whole barrel there. Oh, just like that side. What I'm gonna do then is just go like this. One, 2, 3, 4. Put that back in there. This should still have 2 liters in it. It does. You're gonna go right there, and you get the rest of this. Alright, so when all these barrels open, they will be all full of leather. I came over here for pies. Stop clawing at my chair. You should be able to eat 2 pies. Couldn't eat both. Why does that say 0 servings left? I feel like that's a phantom pie. Where it's such a small amount of a serving that it doesn't count as a full serving. Look at this, there's some bricks there, some right there. These are all granite ashlar. This looks awesome. Being the correct height. I meant to grab all of those. Throw all of these back on. Messed up on a few. Did I miss one here? No, I just messed it up. Okay. Didn't even notice that one wasn't placed right. Or this one, jeez. Hi, baby. What are you doing, little boy? Hi. Do you want attention or do you just want to lay on me? You guys can't see him anymore, but he's still here. You pretty boy. Here, I'll put my arms down so you can use my arms as a pillow. Maybe it'd be easier to place them in when you're on the same level as them. And I'll pick that up. There we go. What? Are you ready for dinner? My alarm did go off. Are you hungry? You want your wet food? He did just fully lay down. Alright, so now that that's done, we can come in here and place down the whole 2 stairs we have left. And that now means that this is fully brought up 1 layer. The only thing left to do is all of these. So I'm going to try to do it the same way that they had it, which they had outlined everything. Oh, I left-clicked on that one. And bring this across to here. Not like that. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can hear him, but I can hear him on the headphones. He's praying so loud. Okay, one of these is not right. This one is not right. Why did it do that? Can I place it? There we go. Go. Maybe I have to start from over here. Nope, that didn't work either. Do I need to start these from the bottom? Okay, that one worked. If I go from there down, that worked as well. Let's go from here this way. And then we have from there to the corners. I left clicked. Not out one. Of course, you would be up there. Right there. In the hole. There we go, that looks right. That's not a shovel. I feel like it's not supposed to be right there. I do like it more points. No, that's pointed as well. It doesn't look too much different than this side. I like it more the way that we did it than the way that they did it. Alright, next step is to continue this going all the way around. Not like that, though. Am I not able to get that now? That's annoying. And of course now I'm not going to be able to place this in. Alright, let's start from this side then. Nope, that's not going to work either. Promising. Yeah, that is flat. There we go. This does not come from the grass that grew back after I deleted it the last time. How in the world did that get placed? No, not right there. Come on. What in the world? Why is it doing this? So if I start from there, it's not going to be the full block. I feel like I need to do this first. Which means deleting these again. Just so I can replace them. Which means I have to delete this again. This is annoying, chat. I don't know exactly which one is messing with it, so I might have to get rid of another one. And I left-clicked. That there. One more across to here, which of course ends up being at another button. But that worked. All that just to place this in. It's ridiculous. We still have all this dirt here. That across to there, this stuck on ice. This all the way across to here, if it can. There we go. Alright, the next thing is to know where all the pillars go. So it's the second block surrounding the door. Which is the middle block between the windows. That should get me all the way up to there. Where does this line go? That goes from corner to corner. Should be right there. To right here. From the bottom up to there. Then the same in the middle of this block. Up to there again. And then the same in this middle of the block. Hopefully stayed there. Good. Nice. I know it's protruding by a few pixels. I'm fine with that. I'm not fine with this though. Again. What is going on here? Why? Why? What if I go from this side? Alright, that worked. I now need to do box there. Box there, and a block there, because I have to go from this corner to that corner. As well as from that corner to this corner. Which should be right there. I hate that it doesn't just automatically take more from your corner or from your inventory. Of course I fall in the hole. And miss the jump. Okay, so if I grab from right there. To there. Here. To up there. Again, pull from my inventory. I have 32 more pieces of beams, just pull from that. So there. This to there. This corner all the way up. That's crooked, isn't it? Yes, it is. Go to right there. Yes, I can. Alright, I'm gonna get rid of all the dirt. Because the next portion I have is all up there, making the cross beams and such. I'm gonna grab a few more beams, because I have a feeling that we do not have enough. I also can't press the escape button because I have a cat on my arm. Let's eat this negative portion of pie. Hello. Hello, puppy. Nothing for you, really? Alright. 1, 2. There to here. From peak to point. And again, peak to... Oh. Peak. There you go. To point. Not right there. What? How did I know it was going to make me destroy both pieces? Right there. It's going to do it again. Why is it doing that? This one's going from there to here. That works. Let's go from here. Not right there. From here to the peak. Does something weird there too, and now I can't get rid of that because stupid things. Alright, cat, you need to get off my lap. This is annoying me, and I need my arm. Of course that gets rid of the thing that I didn't want it to get rid of. Why wouldn't it get rid of the thing? If I go from here across, this obviously works. No, it doesn't. I hate that it keeps falling all the way down, making me have to go all the way down. Alright, what if I go from this side all the way across? Why didn't it place? There you go. They're trying to get up here. Alright, so this side's going to go from there to here. That drifter's still trying to get to me. And I left-clicked. You know what? You're annoying me. Get off my lap. You can go up to here. The next one can come down from there. Why in the world would it not work this time? We saw it working before. Come on, we saw you working. That doesn't look right. Because it's not. That's not what I wanted to get rid of. That's the whole length. What I wanted to get rid of was this. So that maybe when I go from that down, it works. And it does. So then maybe I can go like this. Okay. My hopes and dreams are coming back. Open right there. Please work. Please. Thank you. It worked. Okay. That's this side covered. Hopefully we don't have the same issues on the other half. Because that's a lot higher than the other side. Okay. I need more. Give me that. Let's grab a little bit more. Now, I could have sworn that I heard a bow torn out here. Can't see one, so I'm gonna pretend like I didn't hear one. Can I grab it? Can I also extend this out a little bit? So I don't accidentally fall off. I'll probably still fall off, but not accidentally. From there to peak. From here to... No, not right there. Here. Yep. To peak, please. It works the first time. Why couldn't the other side have been that simple? Okay. That's also, I think, our first and only fully I want to call it chiseled or framed. Let's go with framed, or fully framed out house. This one's not even fully framed out, or is it? Well, we took one off this corner so we could put the storage there, and also in that. So that doesn't count. We took those away because we need to. Yeah, that's all framed. Blah. Don't roll over and laugh. Bad puppy. Come here. Come here. Come here. Alright, this side's fully done. This is fully done. That's fully done. And this looks like it's all fully fleshed out, except for right here. From that corner to... Nope, not right there. What if I go the other way? I grab from you and go down. That works. And then this one should work easily. Nope, didn't work. Go from there. Oh. Oh, I don't want that. I don't want... You know what? Fine. Bottom. Up. There. Across. Alright, that's done. What about the blacksmith? I'm pretty sure the blacksmith is done. Yeah, even the door's framed out over there. That looks pretty good. This side shouldn't look any different than the other side, except for the fact that a little bit long. Not really centered. This is awesome. I forgot that it was all support beams. I don't really like that X with this being here. I also noticed that this is centered, but the other side's not centered, so we'll fix that later when we change things about it. This one... semi-framed. What's not working here? Okay. No, not like that. What? It's because there's a box there. Of course. Can't just go straight up. Alright, whose box am I destroying this time? It's another box. What is going on with all these things that are all interlocked here? What? Now they're both broken. Okay, wonderful. That's not going to be inlined. Get on the... Let me guess, this is going to break the bar going across. Yep. We're breaking everything just to place it all back in. Just to get one beam to work. You know what? You go straight up. You go straight up. No, go into it. There you go. And then that side doesn't have a box. This side does have a box for some stupid reason. Because of the cross. Okay. I'm gonna have gray hairs just from this. What time is it? We are a few minutes away from it being 8 hours in. We should probably take a break soon. Why in the world would it not connect all the way in? There's the box again. No, there's another box. What? No, it's just the way that I was looking at it. You can ignore that box if you get the right spot. Can I grab from right there again? Okay. Okay. Oh, thank you. All that. Just to put in that beam. And maybe this cross beam. Now this had... No, this was a ruin. That didn't have a beam. This didn't either. But we were able to frame the whole bottom floor. That's what it looks like. We were able to frame the whole bottom. And we have quite a bit more beams, but we're not going to do that now. What we are going to do now is fix up the blacksmith. We're going to extend it out a block, which is going to mess up all the beams. And what I think I might do is do this block per block. No, I think what I'm gonna do now. Is there anything here? I need everything that's right here. Need that big piece gone. Alright, everything but the one on the very top is gone. And it's not on this side, apparently. There we go. Okay, so first is going to be cobblestone going down here. This is going to be the new corner. And then we just move everything out one. So So that needs cobblestone. The rest does not have to be, but we might as well. Let's go grab some more. Because that's not granite, right? No. We are going to get this cobblestone back as we extend the room, or the floor. Alright, now what I want to do is not have any of this on me. As I mine all of this down. So it was 1, 2, 1. 1, 2. There we go. That brings us to here. Of course, I wouldn't be able to pick that up right away. That would make things too easy, and I can't even pick that up because of this. Because I don't know which one was which, that now gets mixed. I'm gonna guess that it's all gonna be like that if I don't pick it up. Yep. That's 2 pieces that are the same. Let's not do that. Cobble, ashlar, dry, cobble, ash, cobble, dry. You know what? Why don't I just mine out all the things that are cobblestone? Let's do it one at a time. First thing is dry stone. Alright. That straw bed looked like there was, not a drifter, boat's horn. Scared me for a moment. Alright, so all the spaces that have holes should now be dry stone. And now, what's the next one? Ashlar? Ashlar. Ashlar with a torch that apparently stays in place when you break the thing behind it. That's not a bug at all. Cobble, and cobble. That's ashlar. There. Have that. It's here. Torch has to go away. And then we need do that just so I can place this. everything else is cobblestone. There is a pincer in chat. Welcome in, Fapplejacks. I don't know how long you've been here. I just now noticed your message. I don't know if you've been here before the announcements. That kind of hides messages. But Pincer is a Gen 1 Pokemon, for those who may not have caught it before. And we are doing a 12-hour stream to celebrate the fact that we have now reached episode 100 of this specific chapter of space travel. It is more like episode 168 or 69. No, not 168. 178 or 179. We should be getting into episode 200 since the beginning of this whole thing. Sometime either this month or the beginning of next month in April. I am, in fact, excited for that. Okay, so that's been extended. It looks a little odd having only cobblestone on this. I'm gonna just take away 2 random spots and put something else in its place. That should at least break up... yeah. That at least breaks up the uniformity of this. Been lurking on and off all day. Well, thank you for coming in. Just had a nap. Wasn't expecting to see you when I got up. Yes, we are going for another 4 hours. We should actually be taking a break soon. Just trying to check on something. That says 12 minutes ago. Alright, we are gonna finish this. And then I'm gonna take a quick break to feed the cats. Mainly, not myself. Do that, then I need to very carefully grab the right box here, because I want to get rid of the crossbeam, which I don't think I can from that angle. So if I go here, there we go, I got it. We need that gone. You know what, this is gonna have to go away as well, because that's gonna get extended to being 2 blocks. Alright, and then same thing here, we're gonna go... oh, I need to break that first. 1, 2, 3. Then, boom. Under here is gonna be all cobblestone. I didn't do the stones over here yet, so let's do that now. 1, 2, wet, or ashlar, then wet there. And then cobble. Oh, I always forget that that needs to be placed in first. Okay, now I do not have a lot of dry stones. I do have ashlar blocks, but the dry stones I'm gonna have to mine out in order to replace them. Dry, 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 ashlar, dry, dry. Dry, dry. also not dry. These two are both dry. Sometimes you can tell that they're dry stone. Other times the randomness of how the block is placed does not make it look identical to all the other dry stones. Okay, so let's go collect all the dry stones that I can't from that angle. I am loving the fact that we do not have snow on the ground anymore. It is identical to the feeling of IRL. The fact that we have had snow in my area for so long. I want the snow to melt. I've had enough of snow. I could go with not seeing snow for a while. That, as long as it's not on the roof, I should be able to pick that up later. Okay, now for the rest, I think I can do just placing the block in front of it. And if I mouse or middle mouse click, I can just grab it. That one I can't get, and that's where the dirt is. It's like 70 degrees. Really? You got 70 degrees already? The closest I'm gonna get is next Saturday is supposed to get up to 66, which is still arguably phenomenal feeling. We did have a day the other day, it went up into the 60s for a little bit, or it was like high 50s, I forget. Turn on the AC. Unfortunately, I have to place the AC into my window in order for me to do that. There's a little bit of setup for me, but it wouldn't take too long. I ran out of cobblestone. That's all cobble. Ashlar, cobble. Okay. We're gonna come in here. We're just gonna mine everything. That should give us enough cobblestone to fill in the extra spaces. That should be cobblestone. Yep. Fill in the holes. And this, if I have counted correctly, is all the space that we need to put health hammers in here and have power come up where the wood is. And I think I have floating torches. I see this one here, obviously. That's not hard to see. Can I use this bed? I don't think I can. No, that's decorative. That is also decorative. These are gonna go bye-bye. So is this table. And this bed. And this bed's just gonna get thrown out. No, thank you. I do kind of want a tree right here. I have birch or maple. Let's put a maple tree here. Let's have some variety. Maple tree there, maybe a birch tree here. Because we only have one maple tree. We're not going to be getting any more sap from it. And then the next thing would be to mine up this cobblestone, which then means that this is no longer a room. This cobblestone, we're going to get rid of these, which are awesome decorative tables. We will use that somewhere. And I think my mom may have just left to go pick up dinner. If that's true, we may take our break and feed the cats, and then by the time we're done, we may be having dinner. Alright, so I need a bunch of wood. We also need wood to expand this. We're gonna need another layer of these, which are the shingle roofs. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of those. 14, because it's 2 different sides. And 4 cobblestone stairs. 14 shingle roofs, 4 cobblestone stairs. I have a lot of building blocks. Two, three, 4. I need 14 of those. What is that? Shingle stairs, okay. So it's either 3 on a diagonal, which I would need 7. We'll just go like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That should be it. You can go in there. Sort. That stays in there because that's an odd number, and I'm just going to throw other random stuff in here because there's nowhere to put it right now. The rest can go into chests out here. I need a cobblestone. Why is there still snow over here? Not that. Because this roof is getting extended up 1. Means that I should have destroyed that. Where did my pick go? Why is it in there? Pick up everything that we can. I want to get these taken care of. It does look like my mom left to go pick up dinner for us. So we will have Burger King in a little bit. All hail the Burger King. Okay, that is all of those. And get these. So we'll be having words on stream yet again in a little bit. It'll take her about half hour to get back. So it's not like she's going to be here in 5 minutes. We have those. I did say that I don't like this X. If I can get rid of it, I would love that. But I want to make sure that I'm getting rid of the correct one. That's the right one there. I want to keep this. That probably looks better on the ground, but we do need to change the length of it. Okay. I think that's all of them. Looks like it. Let's go back up one more time. Mom's coming back with McDonald's. That would be funny if she really did that. I would laugh, but at the same time, I know that she hates McDonald's. I just like Burger King more. But I think my mom actually hates McDonald's. Now these torches don't have to get moved. They're only up here because there is the possibility of monsters spawning in the attic of this area. Which we might turn into being partially the second windmill. because we do need to put in a second windmill eventually. Right now we have a tower for the windmill that's going to have 4 windmills on it. I don't think that's going to be enough to power everything all at once, and I do at some point, aside from the health hammers, which make a constant loud noise, I want to be able to have everything running all at once. And I'm going to get hurt either way, no matter how I fall. No, alright. No, I'm not. Wow, look at that. And while I was at home, I should have grabbed slabs for down here, but I didn't. I'm gonna need to do another staircase up. That's there so I can climb up to that. Let's do the cobblestone. Ooh, I almost fell off. Not like that. That's not what I meant to place first. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Then the stairs. Not like that. There should be 2 slabs. That's not what I meant to place. I can pick that up later. Two, 3, 4, and then all of these. And from here, ooh, I'm surprised I didn't get hurt at all from that. From here on, we are placing down the shingles. Now, the ridge portion should not need any more. It's just going to be a block higher than it was. But the earth portions that we're doing now, we needed 14 more of them. I'm going to do the other half of the roof before I do the peak. Just in case I break something and need to go in the attic. Which, that brings up a point that I should probably leave a 2-block hole. So that I can jump over to this. Except for the fact that I have now just placed in all of them correctly the first time. Let's do the peak then. I think I need to be looking this way. Look at that, we did it right the first time. Didn't even need to put in this hole. How do we get hurt from that, but we didn't get hurt the other time when we jumped and then fell? I don't understand it, chat. I just picked up the straw bed. Alright, let's go grab a bunch of beams and the slabs, which we're probably going to need 28. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That, grab all of these, because it's going to be annoying. I can already feel it in my bones. Alright, do I move the staircase? Do I move the ladder? I think I moved both, yeah. We'll keep the ladder underneath the staircase, but we're also going to move it back one. Okay, so this looks like it's the same as this. Is this whole thing just the same? No, it's not. And the ladder is causing issues here. You there, you there. Ashlar. Okay, these two are the same. And then these two are the same. Or these three, I mean. Then we can put in 1, 2, 3. Grab you. You go there. No, you go up one. You go here. This gets broken down so that I can go right here. And then I go... Well, we really want a plank here so that I don't see this. That isn't what I wanted to do. The vision was correct, the placement wasn't. This is going to be a full plank. So I have this, which may or may not get risen in height later on. And I also miscounted. There's 3 levels of flooring here, not just 2. Oh, that was falling. Let's place that one. But then the rest should go here. Although I don't think I can place one there without being stuck. Yeah. So this one piece is meant for that hole. So we just need 13 more slabs, 1 actual plank block. And that should make this whole thing look like a full block floor instead of a slab floor. Especially if this goes down facing the same way. Nope. Had a feeling. You go there, you go there. Now that side looks very dark, but we're gonna leave it for now. What I need to do is go outside and do all of these beams, which is going to take a small amount of time, 100%. So what I'm going to do first is we are going to take down all the dirt. I'm going to go take a moment to do the dishes so that I have the plates for the cats. I'm going to feed the cats, and then hopefully by that time I will also have dinner, so we'll come back and play some Words on Stream with some lights going on. Because right now it's very dark, as you guys can see. So, I will see you guys during the next stream, or next part of the stream. For this portion's screenshot, I don't know if we would be able to tell that this was risen up a block. You know what? Yes, we can, because the door is no longer in the ground. Let's take a screenshot of this. That is for part 2 of this stream. We're now going to take a quick break. I'm going to go inside the building to make sure that this is in fact a room. It is in fact a room. It's a cellar. So let's take a quick break. I'll go use the restroom, do dishes, feed cat, and then hopefully we'll come back and I'll have Burger King for you. So I'll see you guys in a little bit. Have fun with the ads, or the clips. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to catch me live, I stream on Twitch on Wednesdays and Fridays from 10 AM EST to 12:30 PM EST, and on Sundays from 10 AM EST to 2 PM EST.